All right. I started working at sea 50 years ago. I started as a deck boy, working my way up to being a captain. I worked on the RRS Ernest Shackleton. We do mainly scientific research down south in Antarctica.
So how does this compare to the morning walk around the ship?
Around the ship,
Yeah.
it's very different. That and the morning walk around the ship, I have to meet people. This is, I try and avoid them. But yeah, it's, I mean, the morning walk around the ship is just, well, it's like a few things. It's to show people that you're up.
Really?
I mean, there's, you know, everybody's got a working schedule, and some people have to get up at, you know, 4 o'clock in the morning and things like that. So it's not good. It's not good for morale if they think the captain spends, you know, just gets up when he feels like it. Well, I do get up when I feel like it, but that just happens to be at 6 o'clock in the morning. Anybody need a quick clean up? Yeah, you need to, yeah, you need to be approachable.
Yeah.
And and you've got to remember this, it's not the Royal Navy. I mean, I can't lock somebody up. Or unfortunately, the lash, that's finished. But the only thing you've got left is is respect. And if somebody respects you, they don't want to be told off by somebody they respect. And so that's all you know, you haven't got any real authority. If somebody and we do get people who just want to do whatever they want to do, there's nothing you can do about it, apart from get them off the ship as soon as you can. But as I say, it's sort of the respect thing is probably the most important thing. So you've got to, that's your job to gain the people's respect, because it won't come just because you're a captain. So that's Peggy's, because she doesn't eat very much in the mornings, and that's Junie's, and I've put some biscuits with Junie's. But Peggy, she may not eat anything. I leave it here for her, my little princess. If I fed it with a spoon to her, she would be very happy. She would eat it, all of it, if I just made with a spoon, because she likes. Look, what I do just to get a taste of it. Take the spoon, and so she has a. Here you go, lovely girl. Now, if she could stay there, she would be very happy to stay there, so I just fed it all to her. But I do that so she gets a taste of it, and then maybe she'll eat something in the morning, because otherwise she'll only eat once in the day, which is not a problem. There's nothing wrong with her, but she's not interested in food, not that interested. Hey, lovely girl. Not like Junie. Junie's the opposite, isn't she? Hey. Junie's the opposite. There. But no, she's not spoilt at all. It's
Oh, why are you doing that? Can you explain the fish?
well, the fish. Yes, the fish. So everybody that comes to stay does a fish. That's the theory. It doesn't always work out like that. So, and so I just got this. I cut the fish out, so I've got some templates like this, and then they just have to paint them. So Megan's is the most recent one, which is the one swimming the wrong way. because she feels that she's always swimming in the wrong direction. So these are the templates.
He's got eyelashes.
Yes.
I love it. And Will's one, Henry.
Come on.
This is eating time, not talking about fish, isn't it? Supposed to be eating. There you go. Good girl. Eat up, then. Come on. Nobody sees.
Yeah,
She has a bit. Yeah. All right, we'll leave you to it. There you go.
Minga, minga. Oh, the fish.
Oh, the fish.
Put them back. Good girl,
I'll
Julie.
put the beds out too, because
Yeah.
Julie likes There she goes. You see, it's all the stuff that's fallen off the pomegranate tree. And the same when this one gets the white flowers and they fall off.
Can you explain how she appeared?
Oh yes, three Christmases ago, just after, I think it was 2 days after Christmas, I was in the front garden and she just came trotting up the road. A very little lamb, only 2 or 3 days old, the vet said she was, and her umbilical cord flapping in the breeze, all wet. And I opened the little gate, and she came straight in, and that was it. She just stayed. And first we had to find something to feed her, so we found cow's milk. We started with, and then we found somewhere that did goat's milk, and then we found sheep's milk. So then she was fine. The thing is, I would just leave her to eat, but she'll just start on all this if you do that. Well, that's good. So we can go and get some breakfast now.
Yeah.
She'll complain later, and I'll put her in the garden later on. But yeah, she's quite a nice beastie, aren't you?
You really have to convince her of the spoon. Yes.
Yes.
As you said the other day, she ate the whole thing. She first had to have a good spoonful first.
I call this the chicken sandwich. So they have bread soaked in water underneath, and then the spinach, fresh spinach. Now, if I haven't got any fresh spinach, I just get them weeds from the garden, and then on top of that, I put a banana.
I was going to say, like,
I think that they love it.
Yes, yes, they lay very nice eggs for me.
still grey babies. Wow. So, hasn't been well.
This teapot,
His heart is packing up.
this has got a story.
But it doesn't stop.
Yeah.
Everything has a
Does
story.
not stop him
This
at all.
this was made by a retired veterinary surgeon, a retired vet,
If we are as the
an old lady,
disappears,
and her granddaughter came to Antarctica as a doctor on one of the bases, and we got talking, and she said that her grandmother made teapots not for a living, but she made teapots for friends or whatever as presents. And I said, do you think she'd make me a teapot? She said, yeah, of course. And so she wrote to her grandmother, and when she came off the base 1 year later, her grandmother had sent the teapot down to the Falklands, and she gave me this teapot. But the sad part of the story is that they had a mad uncle in the family, and he shot the grandmother who made this teapot. So this was the last teapot that was made by the old lady. So yeah, if you've got a mad uncle in your family, be careful.
I collect teapots. Really? That's my hobby, I collect teapots. Oh my god. Strange. Are they hanging? I've got a,
But it's,
like a chiffonier.
you know, some teapots, they don't pour very well. You know, you pour it and the tea comes out and dribbles down here. This is perfect.
Perfect.
Wow.
I know one day I will smash it, but I try very hard to keep it so that it's because it's such a, you know, somebody took the trouble to make it, and it has a story, and it's just such a nice teapot.
He's kind of he looks a bit like a German Shepherd, but it's a lot bigger and fluffier, and the ears are not up there.
Oh, no,
like
no.
mine.
Okay.
I don't know. I wouldn't know how to explain what it is.
Are you sure you don't want some toast?
I'm sure. Thank you very much.
What? Anything else?
I had breakfast at 6.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
5 in the
No,
morning.
but I'm used to it, so I'm okay. Thank you.
Come on then. This is Big Louisa.
Hello.
Come on. Come on, Louisa. She's a bit camera shy. That's Rosita. She's the friendly chicken. If you want to pick up a chicken, this is the one. Come on, Carlita. And this is Carlita. Here you go. Here you go, lovely girls. Got one egg. All right. One of the chickens died a few days ago. So, Florita. Yeah. They go through all sorts of different stages of doing things and laying eggs and not laying eggs and so I just put it in here for now, and then I put it in my compost heap, which is up the end there, and I put some of Lana's poo in there as well, plus all the vegetable, all the bits of vegetables and things. So. And then I dig it into the garden. So everything's growing really nicely at the moment. Carrots and rucola, rocket, and cabbage and beans and courgettes, onions and more cabbage and Swiss chard, corn, potatoes and rhubarb. Do you come across rhubarb? Sure. It's like a long red stalk that you cut up and have it in a pie. It's like a sweet, like a fruit, but it's
red.
Yes, green and red. It's not many people in Spain know about rhubarb. Come through here. Know about rhubarb. This is rhubarb. So it needs to get bigger.
Yeah.
So these stems, they'll grow, you know, sort of like this thickness eventually over the years. And then you cut it, and you cut them up and you boil them, put some sugar, and then put it in a pie or something like that. Or you can make jam with it. But yes, this is rhubarb. I don't know what you call it in Spanish or Catalan.
I'll check it now.
Yeah.
Rhubarb. Marion, com deu ser la traducció de rhubarb?
Es diu rubarbo, de fet. bit.
Rubarbo.
Te juro, da cuatro. Es que aquí no.
You can't just put an O on the ending.
Rubarbo. Buah.
Carrota. Carroto. Well, I mean, I think it's something that you have to see to understand.
Yeah.
All the climate change situation as well. Like, okay, people can tell you this is going on, blah blah blah, but then I don't know, but
Yeah, I mean,
you don't
there's
feel it the same way.
I mean, I've just seen glaciers disappear in certain places in Antarctica. Just in the 40 years I was working there, you know, things. And of course, once it starts happening, which is the reason Antarctica is lasting longer than the Arctic, is well, one is it is colder, but the other thing is it's got a complete coverage of ice.
The flag.
This was the the last flag that was flown on the Ernest Shackleton, which was presented to me by our head of operations. And then this is just a collection of stuff mainly from Antarctica, but this is I found it on a beach in South Georgia, and I found out from one of the scientists, this is the ear bone from a whale. And it's just really weird because it looks like a human ear. And this is the shoulder blade of a fur seal. But yeah, the other things are just sort of coins and stuff like that have been commemorative. So that's my mum and dad. That would be my mum during the Second World War. So this is the polar medal I got, which is the one in the middle. That's the polar medal for service for my service in Antarctica. And the first time I got one was Prince Charles then, he's King Charles now, but it was Prince Charles that in Buckingham Palace that gave me that. And then I got a clasp, they call it a second clasp, which is just that the little bar above the first one. And it's like getting another polar medal sort of thing. Mm-hmm. I think they're Cormoson's dolphins. Call them kelpers. That was a slang name for the Falkland Islanders.
Oh, okay.
Kelpers,
I thought you meant those, but are they leaves or flowers?
Seaweed. Grows from the seabed all the way up through the sea, really long, and it's really tough. You get stuck around your propeller of not the ship, but smaller boats, and that painting there was, I think it's the great grandson of Ernest Shackleton. He's an artist, and that is a signed print that Bob gave me because he got given it, or he was able to get it or buy it from when he worked in the Hall of Cards.
Oh yes.
Or Hallmark, or one of those. But yeah, that's HMS Endurance going through Le Maire Channel. Oh. Hello, my lovely girl.
Hello, Puppy. How are you?
Okay, and you?
Are you in your interview?
No, we're just finishing up.
Ah, very good.
How are you? How's Hector? Okay, so do you think healthy relationships with humans lead to healthy relationships with the rest of the species on the planet? Yes, I think they do. Being sympathetic and patient with humans also transfers very easily to other species. Although it must be said, I like other species more. From a pull of the trigger,
the harpoon will fly. They
together.
And now
one will die.
A cheer from the hunter. His bonus he's got. No cheer
No cheer from the